You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 238.
238, man. I'm Ralph for the body this week, man. You know what?
Hey, talk about it. Hey. All the good shots.
We'll get all that out.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw you off, bro.
Talk your bro. Anyway, new listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, special shout out to WDJY-FM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL, ho.
Shout out to OS Gang down there in Georgia, man. Hey. You here, baby.
Yes, sir.
My guy, how you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm feeling great, man. There's a few things going on this week. You know what I'm saying? We got Deadpool and Wolverine coming out on Friday.
Yes, another round of applause.
Season in 2 days. I'm just hey.
And then applause again. Like, hey, let's go.
My birthday's on Friday.
Let's go. Unk status.
Yes.
Real unk status.
Yes, no, my birthday is coming up this Friday, man. I am excited. Like I told you, energy wise, I'm like, I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Yeah.
But now it's time to turn up, baby. It's time now.
It's time.
Ah.
Listen, not since we're here already, I didn't think we was gonna get here this soon. First of all, happy early birthday. Happy birthday to my guy Ralph.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We here. I was online shopping for just like random stuff, trinkets and all that, and I found something that I think you might like. Happy birthday to my guy, man.
Oh.
Happy birthday to my guy, man.
Oh. See, hey, man.
Happy applause. It's all the applause today. Look at it. Look at it.
Master.
Yeah. Master P Funko Pop. With the No Limit jersey.
I love you, my dog.
With the gold
chain.
chain. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, man. Real friends, man. Hey, man.
Real round of applause, damn it. Fuck it. Why not? We here. Happy birthday, my guy.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
Yes.
I don't know what to do. I don't want to pot no more. Overtaken with joy.
I love it. Yes.
Hey, man. But how you doing, bro? Before we get into anything else.
I'm good. I know we talked about this in pre-production, but I played in the doubles tournament yesterday.
Yeah.
Wooden rackets, old school, real retro. But I played on grass court. Now in America, for those of our listeners who are international, the United States, our court of choice is hard courts. But I had the opportunity, I'm not going to say pleasure, of playing on grass courts for the first time ever in my life. And
how did that go?
It's different, bro.
Okay.
It's different. Not much bounce on the ball. So all that stuff you see on TV and all that, it's different.
They're professionals.
Nah, listen.
That's why they out there.
The separation is understandable.
Oh, okay.
I'll say that.
Okay.
Now was it fun? Absolutely. But getting adjusted to like the ball now bouncing and having to run and move ways that I don't really have to do on hard courts takes a lot on the body. And I just have to give even more props and kudos to professional tennis players, especially ones that play on grass, because that is different. It's different, bro.
Imagine.
Fun, but different. So yeah, I could have slept all day today. Now we had to get to the pod, but
Yes,
like that's how I'm feeling. But I am exhausted.
Crazy.
I am exhausted.
Wow.
But it was fun though. It was fun. But no, I'm cool.
No, that's what's up, man. Hey, man, before we get to anything, man, we got to address this right here, right now.
Yeah.
So Mr. Chime Time, some may know him as Evil Keith Lee, toured through the St. Louis, food scene. He tore through everything.
Chime Time was in St. Louis. I swear to God, for a month.
He was wreaking
literally.
like Jesus. But he got to the St. Louis staples. The one that matters the most. The one that most STLians will like kind of hang their hat on.
Absolutely.
Is the Chinese food.
Oh my God.
And he had the pleasure of ranking said Chinese places.
I think it had to be like 7.
Yeah, he
7,
went,
8 of them.
He went to all the hoods. He went to the traps.
Yeah.
You got to call in your order.
Yeah. You got to call in and get there just in time for it to be ready to leave.
You might question the health rating, but hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But he ranked them. And what was number 1, Johnny? I don't know. Did you catch what number 1 was?
I absolutely caught.
Oh, okay. What's number 1?
It was on the east side. Let's just say that it was on the east side, East St. Louis, Illinois. Stand up. Oh, listen, I guess this title might be a place. Was he Young's?
Yeah, it was Young's.
It was Young's.
It was Young's.
Young's.
What
and
talking about? Hold on.
You know where we at. You know where we at. Which is crazy because once the rankings came out and he gave his reviews of each box of rice and each St. Paul that he got the lines at not even just at Young's, which was number 1 East St. Louis stand up.
Yes, sir.
Not just at Young's, but most of the Chinese food places around the city, the metropolitan area, were packed at least for 3 or 4 days after the review came out. People on Facebook and Instagram posting, "Oh no, it's around the corner." I even rolled past Young's like on the east side one day, and it's like, wait, wow, all these cars, and they had to remember like Young's is right here. Yeah, crazy.
Just want to point that out. I just want to point that out.
Just point that out. East side number 1, baby.
Yeah, east side number 1.
Y'all got to remember where we from. Now y'all know what's up.
Listen, baby, it's all good.
East St. Louis.
Half an order, whatever your poison is in your rice, man. Get your little, get you a St. Paul, maybe some crab regular. I don't know how you give it up, egg roll, but you got to get a vest, pineapple or peach. They got other flavors.
They do, but pineapple or peach are the staples. I lean more toward peach, but if I'm feeling a little fancy, I might get the pineapple. Depending on how I feel. Depending on how I'm feeling. Exactly. So, yeah, man.
You can get a whole family order under $40.
I mean, what?
Inflation ain't really hit the rice house
at all. if it has, it only went up about 25 cents. It ain't a lot.
Right? They don't give you a lot of sauce. Right? They don't give you a lot.
You got eggs. You got eggs. They'll give you 2 off, off GP, but
nah, 2 for a whole half order. Y'all crazy.
Hey man,
what about whole order? What am I gonna do with this?
Get some gravy.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, see,
see, look.
You talking to some real.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
We know how to order.
Facts.
But what we doing, man? Off the dome. I got one for you, bro.
Let's do it.
Another nostalgia tear through. You know what I'm saying? It's so evident that we listen to these songs and it's based off nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But what's like I'll say this. I want you to dig in the crates when I say this. Like, don't use any recent examples.
Okay.
What's a song that you used to like, but the guest verse ain't hitting like you thought it was? I ain't say it was trash.
Just not hitting.
It's just not hitting. Like you like.
Oh, that's funny.
Like it ain't hitting.
Yeah, I gotta dig in it. I gotta dig in the crate.
Yeah, it's gotta be a throwback song because I don't want you to use anything of recent. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to trash them. You know what I'm saying? Let's trash some stuff that you actually attached to.
That's funny. That's funny.
Now you need time.
Yeah, because I gotta.
Now, I'll say this out loud. I like some immature songs.
Okay.
I like some of their songs. Now, do you remember Watch Me Do My Thing?
Yes.
Okay. Funky track, right? Funky dope.
Exactly where you going. Yes.
Now, there's no business that Kel Mitchell had rapping as Ed on there. And I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on. Let's look at this. Let's listen to this. The last few lines of the song, right? My crew is strapped, my style is fat, and Immature's got my back on this funky track. You want fries with that? Cuckoo could chew. What you gonna do? That's how he ended the song. He ended his verse.
I mean, he was sticking to character. No, okay.
No. This ain't. We ain't sticking to conception. No, this is like, no, you ain't supposed to rap in character. Rap like Kel Mitchell. We don't want Ed. I think when it's like all that, like when it's like all that soundtrack or something.
No, that was Good Burger soundtrack.
That was Good Burger soundtrack.
Yeah. See, which is why he was rapping his Ed. No.
I mean, listen. You listen to Johnny. Cuckoo could chew. what you gonna do?
He wanted to know what that was gonna do.
We was mesmerized by the flow, and that was our man's.
Okay.
Cuckoo could you. I just want to say that.
Oh my God.
I was like, hold on. I'm kind of like, okay. Ask me to
My thing.
I was like, hold on. Cuckoo could you.
Yeah. Yeah. While I'm still thinking. Sheesh. I'm trying to think, are there any Eminem guest verses that I don't like? No. Damn it, Ralph. I was just talking about not being stumped, and here I go.
It's just a verse that you ain't think is hitting now. That's all it is. I still like the song. I still like it with you. I still like the song.
Well, I am drawing a blank here, and I'm not happy about it.
Wow.
See, now I want to do a quick Google search.
Now you got to go through your iTunes. Like, oh, don't tell you.
Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Let's go to playlist here. Let's go to playlist here. Recently played. As I go through this,
Guess verse ain't hitting
I'm
on nothing.
not
Ain't
really,
hitting like you thought it was.
I'm not really seeing anything here.
I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy, and I think I'm perturbed at myself.
Oh, perturbed. And I gave you that's a layup because it's easy to say, man, this ain't hitting. This ain't hitting.
That's crazy.
Oh wow.
I feel. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's how I feel right now. There's crows. There's crows chirping. Do crows chirp? I don't know.
They call. Don't
they call?
They call.
Yeah, if something comes to me during this broadcast, I will randomly blurt it out. But I am.
Well, what you got for
that's crazy. Bro. I'm upset and I'm slightly crying. All right, so I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum with the question that you asked, which is crazy because I thought you were going in the same line as me. Okay, but for like when I play music when I'm in the car, I usually just hit random, shuffle and all that. And I had a series of songs prior to like 2000 where I'm listening and the production is just like, damn, this really aged well. This aged really well. So I want to ask what song or songs, if you have multiple, prior to the year 2000 do you think aged really well as far as production? Now I have one if you need a second to
okay.
think.
I'm gonna just go with what's on right here. Technically, the next episode came out in 99.
Okay.
So I think the next episode as a beat, has aged still considerably well. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Dr. Dre's style of production, but the next episode still invokes a certain type of feeling with me.
Okay.
So, and I think it still sounds great right now. Yeah.
You know what's funny? My answer is also a Dr. Dre produced song.
Wow.
Produced song. Wow. I'm going California Love.
Wow.
California Love. I think today, like if you listen to it today, I don't think it sounds like the mid 90s, right? It's like the different types of the sounds and synthesizers and everything that he used to make the beat, I think still sound crisp and amazing 30-ish years later, right? Yeah. Which is it's really insane to think about. Yeah. Like take the lyrics off and just listen to the music, like listen to how it sounds. It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. Just great. It's just great.
No, I'm not knocking that.
That's crazy that we both chose Dr.
Dre. Right, and that's all like, hey, let me stay here because it popped. If it came in my brain like that quick, I just might as well just go for it. So, and I know there are other answers, but that's the one that I thought of. Right. Oh, I could have said explosion. Explosive. Yeah. No, that's fire too. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Come on, that's why I always stand by 2001 being the better album. But
I get it. I get it.
Either way, people, that was off the dome. Hey, what song is kind of tied to your nostalgia that has a guest verse that it really ain't hitting no much when you listen to it now?
Wild question. And then what song prior to 2000 aged really well production wise. Let us know.
Yes. OS gang, what's happening? Family and kin.
What's
folk.
cracking?
Man, we got a few things here on the OS news docket this week, but let's start here, man.
Ugh.
We don't even go here, but so much has happened in the world today. We got to talk about it. Political theater is what's going on.
Man,
Political reality TV is what's going on. And we recorded, and just I guess a slight disclaimer, we recorded last Saturday.
Yeah.
And we missed a lot of stuff. And I think we kind of missed the Trump assassination stuff because it was still kind of new.
It was fresh.
It was fresh. We didn't know what
fresh.
was going on with that. So we're going to start there first with the timeline of events.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, former President Trump was at a rally of sorts, and there was an assassination attempt. What's your reaction to that?
I never know where to start with these things, right? Because one, an assassination attempt on anybody is wild to think about, right? It's crazy to think about with technology and just Secret Service and like everything that goes around a former president of the United States. No matter what you think about Trump, he is a former president of the United States. And anytime that a former president is moving around anywhere, speaking engagements, whatever, they're entitled to have Secret Service with them for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's number one. So the fact that as a former president that this happened is just wild to think about, right?
Yeah.
Then you start seeing more details come out.
Yeah.
You start seeing people, their conspiracy theories. You start, of course, Trump with the fist in the air and all this shit. It's political theater, as you mentioned. Political theater, as you mentioned. And the conspiracist in me off rip thought, hey, I don't know about this one. I don't really know about this one because, again, any assassination attempt is wild. It's crazy. Shouldn't happen. Like it's wild. But if somebody's attempting to do that, I assume that you have precision. I'm assuming you have, I don't understand why the person who made said attempt missed. Now, this is where my conspiracy comes in. Is because my conspiracy theory is that the whole thing was planned by Trump, his team, or whoever helped him plan that for the presidency, because that was the only way at the time. Because again, this was like a week and a half ago. Yeah, at the time was the only way that I felt like he could have won the election. But again, that's me, conspiracy. Hey, and I don't want to take this too lightly because there was someone that did end up losing their life. So
yeah, that's where I refrain from joking.
Yeah,
at least about the assassination attempt. But it's so much nastiness that goes into
it's
this.
so crazy.
And I mean, if you want to be honest, I don't think we've ever seen a presidential assassination attempt this century.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other piece.
It's only been 24 years into the century, but still, we've never seen that. I think the last one that I can recall was Ronald Reagan. They tried to kill Reagan in a crowd or somewhere. Like he was like walking around doing like hand, and dude shot him in the stomach. You remember that?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
And if anybody knows anything, Trump is nothing but Reagan 2.0 with the whole actor turned president type thing. So I mean, it's like history repeating itself. So I'm not saying that Reagan set that up. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me to say. And it's not even in this case for me to say that Trump set this up. But sometimes, come on, bro. And then you know what I'm saying? Like then showing up to the Republican National Convention with that thing on
the thing on his ear.
That was nasty.
Which is even more political theater because not only did he do that, but the day after, everybody in the crowd started showing up with that on their ear.
They think they Nelly now? Nelly's the trendsetter.
No, for real. No, big facts.
Cornell, I mean
Cornell.
Hey. I said Cornell West. Cornell. Still the trendsetter.
That's funny.
But no, I mean, it's like, they release more and more details about the assassin. Obviously, he's been unalived. I know I can't say certain things. I want our video to go out there without saying certain words. But no, it's just he's been unalived. So you see that, you're like, well, it makes sense. You tried to shoot the president. It happens, my guy. But all the details that's coming out about him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was like a part of the high school rifle club or something.
Yeah,
It was something weird like that.
Which is what I'm saying. So even before I knew that, it's like if anybody that's attempting to shoot a target or whatever from that far away has practice, is on a team of sorts. Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then again, for me, I'm looking into this. I didn't see any blood spatter from his ear. Like if something hits you from that far away, something else is going to have blood.
When the blood coming from his nose?
No, his ear.
Oh, his ear.
Yeah.
Okay, when they showed the. I hate to say this, but that picture is kind of tough. that picture is kind of tough.
It's so tough. He put on some shoes and sold it. Did you see that?
No.
That's crazy.
I know he got the shoes. I know he got the shoes for sale, but I'm.
He put that picture with him doing this with the Secret Service holding him on some shoes. $200.
That's kind of like the same thing as like George Washington on the Delaware River with the flag. Or Richard Nixon resigning with the peace signs. Like we got it. It's automatically in their ethos. It's automatically up there.
They're easy.
Instant classic. Instant classic. No debating.
That's crazy.
But let's talk about the Republican National Convention. And the only reason we talk about it because it's such a fucking circus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we got to speak on two individuals because they are, regardless of how they identify now, they were so ingrained in the culture at some point, right? First, we'll start with Amber Rose. Amber Rose, even being at the Republican National Convention, one, speaking on behalf of Republican candidate Donald Trump, endorsing him fully endorsing him on a national, dare I say, international stage, coming from getting her comeuppance through hip hop. Johnny, how do you feel about that?
Even though they don't say it, everybody has a price. That's what I have here, because an individual like Amber Rose, right? I think who she is as a person, everything we've seen her do in her career stands against everything Republicans talk about. Amber Rose organized and constructed the slut walk.
Yes.
Republicans are known to be conservatives, correct?
Absolutely.
So in my brain, Amber Rose endorsing Donald Trump, endorsing the Republican Party, or in everything that the Republicans stand for, makes absolutely no sense to me, because she, again, her personality, at least what we know of her in the public, her dealings with hip hop, her organizing the slut walk, things like that, goes against everything that the Republicans are known for. It doesn't make sense. And to me, the only way or reason that she was even up there is because of money. It would have to be because of money, because it makes no sense. And it's the Republicans' job, right, to try to appeal to people outside of their normal demographic.
Exactly.
Now they choose Amber Rose. I guess I don't know. It's all political theater.
All political theater. I'll be very strategic with my words, so I won't sound misogynistic when I talk about Amber Rose.
Okay.
But Amber Rose got her comeuppance by dating rappers.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
You know, Kanye, married to Wiz.
Yep.
Dated 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're very aware of Amber Rose. Amber Rose has been a figurehead, at least in hip hop, since 2010.
Yeah.
So 14 years being out here. Now you become old. So I'm pretty sure money, you know, they pay handsomely in child support for young Sebastian. You know what I'm saying? Wiz ain't no deadbeat.
Facts.
So, you know, cool, right? But you start to look at the legacies that she laid, and there's no legacy. So what can I do to keep my name out here and be relevant? Because like there are a whole crop of Instagram girls now that you pretty much mothered. You know what I'm saying? They look to you.
Yeah.
They look to you for whatever example that you provided. Now you out here old and you got to do something else. You got to do something new. Because you see Kim start doing political stuff. She just at being home being a mama now for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. She was becoming a lawyer or something at one point, right?
Kim was doing criminal reform.
All kinds of.
So now Amber Rose wants to step into that lane. beware, because Kim been about their life as far as like just being always out there, like for good or for worse. Like Kim just always been out there.
True,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't know if Amber really like she
ready for that.
I don't think
that's a whole different.
That's
animal.
a whole different. Like you did the slut walk, and I know that was like a challenging time, but like you said, everything that you stand for is not ideally what the Republican Party has demonstrated to stand for.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially pro-life and pro-choice.
Yeah.
Like I imagine you did all that slut shame, not slut shaming, but slut endorsements.
Yeah, there you
go. To sit here and then go endorse a party that's not going to necessarily believe with that ideology. So what happened to the women that you empowered with, or men, those people that you empowered, mostly women, with that slut walk movement? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be for real about it, because a lot of people are not. So what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And then now that kind of lends back into, now we got to go Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah.
Not like us, because why would you do this if you were truly for the culture?
Yep.
And I'm not saying like hip hop people can't be Republican. It's how you went about it.
Yeah.
This
again, this is the same political party that is trying to get rid of abortion rights. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I thought that Amber Rose was a person that was pro-choice. Now, again, I could be wrong, but from just her happenings, she would seem as if she was a pro-choice person. Yeah. But again, now here she is endorsing a Republican Party was pro-life. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Political theater. Yeah,
political theater. But speaking of the theater, oh brother, listen here, brother. Listen here, brother. The Hulkamaniac ran wild.
If I ain't like this shirt, I'll rip it.
At the Republican National Convention, man. Hulk Hogan, like those early 80s wrestlers like him, Ted DiBiase, definitely Ric Flair, had a charm and appeal that appealed to most people, especially us blacks. We love some Hulk Hogan. Until we realized he didn't love us.
Man, what? Oh, my God.
And every day he steps on his goddamn legacy, especially with us.
It's true.
Goddamn Hulkamaniacs was running wild at the RNC. Johnny, what you got, bro? I ain't got nothing.
Unlike Amber Rose.
Right.
I 100% expected Hulk Hogan to be here. I expected this.
Right, exactly.
If he ain't nowhere else, he gonna be right there.
He's like, they tried to kill my hero. Like, I was like, what is going on here? Like, the fuck? Somebody tweeted that video. They was like, the world is watching us, right? The world is watching us. I was like, who's writing this script? Like, who's writing this script? What's going on?
Bro. This is beyond political theater. This is like political film. Like, this is insane.
Hey,
it's not even satire. This is real life.
Now I wish I was watching The Boys, because I feel like,
bro. Oh my God.
I wish I was a boy. Pause. I wish I was the boy. I was, that was about to be crazy. Woo! You gotta catch yourself. Yeah. I wish I was a fan of that show. That's all I'll say. A fan of that show.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
Do we got anything really for that?
No. Okay. Listen, have you ever seen a movie called Idiocracy?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Anybody that has seen it that's out there listening, this Republican convention is almost like we're almost to what that movie is. Like there's this average guy. I think this movie might have came out like the late 90s, but there's an average guy who got put in like a cryogenic chamber. And he was set to like be in there for 2 years, and then, come out 2 years later and, just to see the world and all that kind of stuff. But there, some type of explosion happened. He didn't come out until like 500 years later. And the world itself was just, it was dumb. The world was dumb. Like there was no water. They only drank like Powerade or some shit like that. Like it was crazy. But the president was an ex-UFC fighter played by Terry Crews. I know it's crazy, but the world itself was just dumb and ignorant. And that Republican National Convention is like that movie as a whole, which is crazy to see. It's really crazy to see. If you've never seen it, I think the movie might be like an hour and a half. Like just watching on a Saturday when you ain't got nothing to do, put it on in the background if you're doing something. But it's insane. It's insane.
Rounding out said political theater. Breaking news. This happened just a few moments ago while we were recording, but Joseph Biden, our 46th president? 46? 46?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's 46.
Yeah.
He's 46th president. Has decided to drop out of the presidential race, and he's no longer seeking re-election. Now, Kamala Harris has been endorsed by former president, our vice president, and has accepted said nomination. I think you still got to go to the DNC and all that.
Yeah.
Right now, Kamala Harris is on the bill as the Democratic candidate for president. So, Johnny, what do you think about President Joe stepping down and VP Harris getting in this spot?
Man, yeah, this is definitely like hot off the press. I don't know if it's a good idea. If this is something that they knew would happen, he should have not been a nominee like a year ago. I feel like with there only being 4 months to the election, like even though Kamala Harris is seemingly going to be the new nominee, right?
Yeah.
I feel like 4 months is not enough time to properly campaign, get done, whatever you need to do to champion yourself to become the president.
Even if she is the VP,
4 months is not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. And I really do think that Joe Biden stepping down is them handing Trump the election, especially off the heels of the assassination attempt.
Yeah.
I do not think this is a good idea whatsoever.
Yeah. It's kind of like we cooked.
Yeah, no, for real. Done.
Yeah, it's a well done steak right now, my boy. Yeah, I don't really have anything. I mean, you said everything. Like there's nothing that the Democrats can do unless Jesus is their candidate. Like we're running with Jesus.
Unless now, I mean, I hope we don't get canceled, but unless white women come to their senses and not vote for Trump.
Oh no. They do that. They vote against their own self-interest all the time,
which is crazy, right? Because see, I don't think we should get into this, but like Project 2025, we don't need to get into it in depth.
I haven't really researched that enough to really speak. So
what I'll say is a lot of the rhetoric that is in the, I think it's like 900 pages or something.
Yeah.
It's like they want to basically bring back the United States pre Jim Crow.
Oh,
in a nutshell. I'll just say that. So a lot of laws and regulations that are for Black people, for women, for LGBTQ plus, a lot of those rules and regulations that are in place to help the betterment of those said communities will get rolled back. Basically, we already seen a piece of it with Roe versus Wade. This is that times a million, basically.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily Trump's plan. It's just the Republican Party's plan for a Republican president, So
that will get pushed through with you having a Republican president, probably a majority House Republican, maybe a majority Senate Republican.
And Trump's vice president candidate that's running with him, JD Vance, I think his name is one of the writers of said Project 2025.
Oh well.
So it's it's all intertwined, it's all political theater, and this is crazy. It's all crazy.
Yeah.
It's all crazy.
Speaking of political theater, we're still talking, the Drake and Kendrick beef fallout pause, if that's applicable.
Yeah.
But it's just like it has spilled over into international waters per se. So Schoolboy Q, TDE artist, coming off the heels of his album, was it Blue Faces, Blue Laces,
Blue Lips, I think.
Blue Lips, something like that. But he's on tour, and he had a tour date and none other than Toronto. T-Dot, the six.
The T. Yeah, the
T.
T. All that views.
Now, he claims that police didn't want TDE artists performing in Toronto, so his show was canceled. Johnny, react.
It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, man. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. If Drake had anything to do with this, that's corny. If the police had anything to do with this, I kind of understand, I think, from their perspective, like with the whole Rick Ross situation happening a few weeks ago, like it could escalate into something kind of crazy, right? So from the police perspective, okay, maybe I can understand if it's truly the police saying this.
Yeah.
But we all know how Drake moved. We know this.
Yeah.
We know. I'm not saying Drake had a hand in it, but if he did have a hand in it, I wouldn't be surprised, like type thing. I don't know. It's all nasty.
Yeah, it's nasty, and I can't put nothing past Aubrey.
That's what I'm saying.
And the reason I'm saying this is because the name of the venue is History Toronto.
Okay.
Go to the Instagram page right now. I want to get Johnny's real-time reaction.
History Toronto?
Yes, History Toronto.
Okay, let me type
before I bring up this nugget.
Toronto. Pulling up accounts.
Mm-hmm.
This first one?
Yeah, it should be that.
All right.
Now, what does it say in the bio?
This says History, performance and event venue, Toronto's newest live entertainment venue, all brought to you by Live Nation On in collaboration with Champagne Poppy. Oh my God.
Well,
Drake definitely has something to do with this. What? That's nasty.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. That's nasty. What?
Yeah, so pretty much Drake is in cahoots. He's either in ownership status, the board of directors. He's either or his name is on the venue. So pretty much, I would say that Drake has something to do with this. Now they're saying that there has been widespread flooding in Toronto due to the the recent rain from the hurricanes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was even flooding at Drake's house.
Okay.
He showed it on Instagram.
Okay.
So there has been some weather issues in Toronto. I don't know if that affected said venue, but it's quite ironic that somebody that was at the Juneteenth celebration that is close rapping friends or even real life friends with Kendrick Lamar in the video, not like us, losing money in the city of Toronto because somebody may have canceled his show.
They say Drake did it. He did this shit. He did it. Cause no, that's nasty. Like, and the reason why I kind of don't follow the venue flooding piece is because if that was the case, they would have told him.
Yeah,
they would have told Schoolboy Q at flooding all that.
Just
Just
reschedule. No, the show is canceled.
Cancel. It's not happening.
So my problem with that is, okay, Drake,
that's nasty.
Like Drake, yeah, you have enough cachet to do that in Toronto because the Toronto entertainment scene is not like LA.
Yeah,
everybody goes to LA. I'm not saying everybody doesn't go to Toronto either, but everybody goes to LA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
major.
It's the entertainment capital, one of the entertainment capitals of the world, Hollywood, right? Everybody does a show in LA.
Absolutely.
So while they may not have the cachet to stop Drake doing a show in California, I don't think TDE's aren't reached that high. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I don't think so.
Unless one of them owns the venue like Drake does. Right. But there's only so many venues that, like, I guess a Schoolboy Q can do in Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going and now Drake pulling up to LA, of course it's Staples. It's one of the bigger.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the bigger venues.
Bigger venues. Yeah. So that's why I say they arms ain't gonna reach that high to get a Drake, but Drake can come down here and mess with him. But it's weird because you're messing with somebody's money.
Right.
That's the first part. Fuck all this other stuff.
And the beef wasn't even well, again, we do know how petty Drake is. Yeah. But the beef is not even with Schoolboy Q. So why even
he never rapped against you? Now I know he had relationship with J. Cole as far as like letting him know what was going on. Yeah. But still, that ain't enough to stop somebody's money, bro. Like, I mean, forget all this other stuff. But hey, if you got the power, I mean, now on the other side, I appreciate Aubrey doing it. But at the same time, Aubrey does the petty stuff. He does the white man game. Stand up and say, I did shit. You're not good here. Play that mob tie shit outside for real.
how
But the problem,
it was written for him.
yeah, all right, I know, right? But the problem with that is if Drake does that, that means he got to stand on something when you go to California.
Oh yeah.
And like we said last week, it's not Drake and Kendrick Lamar you got to worry about. It's the people around them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people that feel empowered by this said beef, right?
Right.
So if you got people swinging on Rick Ross at a Vancouver concert, okay,
Yeah.
what happens when Drake just wants to pop out in California somewhere?
Exactly.
And it's not gonna be anybody TDE related or anybody from Kendrick's camp. It's gonna be somebody,
some random individual
that feels empowered.
Yep.
Or feels slighted because every time a American artist or a California artist goes to Toronto goes to Canada that had anything to do with that beef, stuff just keeps happening.
Exactly.
And that's not gonna keep flying.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's not gonna keep flying. That's a dangerous game to play.
That's crazy.
That's all I'm saying. And then another tidbit, right? He's not the only TDE artist on the bill for history.
Oh, okay.
Sir.
Yeah,
He has a show coming up on Tuesday. So what happens with Sir? Is Sir is just a singer, but he's a TDE artist.
Now that's a great point. Now, Sir hasn't. So yes, Sir is a TDE artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now you help me out here. But I don't recall Sir being involved in any of the concert series, the music video, anything like that. He hasn't been in arm's length of said
anything.
Beef,
but
so.
But it's fuck TD is a staff, record label, and crew.
And crew. And if you put TD, you too.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Hey, listen, you want to be Tupac, huh? Right. Now it's time to be Pop, baby.
Voice AI aside. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. That's Drake, that's nasty. If you did that, that's nasty.
I mean, listen, man. That's why I asked you to look at the Instagram.
That was crazy. Drake,
that's wild, right?
Hey, Kendrick already said it. He not like us.
Yes.
He not like us.
Man, speaking of somebody else that's not like us, man, Irv Gotti is in the news, unfortunately. Hip-hop producer Irv Gotti sued for sexual assault, another hip-hop icon. Biting the dust, Johnny.
Man.
What you got, bro?
Listen, y'all thought these sexual assault allegations was done. Nope. Like it seems as if, at least for the time being, like all the Diddy situations have kind of like died down or just not as popularized in the media right now. But again, like we said before, the floodgates of this whole thing is open, and we're going to. I feel like we're going to continue to see a lot of people in the music industry, a lot of higher up people, because believe it or not, Irv Gotti is up there when it comes to hip hop labels, like producers and all that kind of stuff. He's up there. So, I mean, it's wild to hear, but I cannot say that I'm surprised. And one of the craziest things about this is one of the allegations against him is as recent as like 2022. Like reading the article. So it's unfortunate. But I'm not surprised. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, man. Like another hip hop legend or icon. I don't know how you want to phrase Irv Gotti, but he's definitely in a space that you remember him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
So definitely for his business dealings, definitely being the head of Murder Inc. You know, and in the 50 Cent, G Unit Murder Inc. beef. So you know what I'm saying? Like Ja, Ashanti, even to an extent, J Lo's musical career is based on his prowess. So, much to be obliged there, but it's kind of like the same old rich nigga, storyline. You use your money, power, and influence, flying this, and it's in the article, flying this young woman out to, I think it was like some type of foreign destination, and, coercing her to have sex. So, just using your wits and your power and your money for that. I mean, it's just a running theme.
Yeah.
It's just a running theme. It's quite unfortunate though. This person is still remained as a Jane Doe. Her name is not out there.
Yep.
So for some strange reason, I believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I believe the plaintiff.
I mean, look, I'm not. It doesn't surprise me that the allegations against Irv Gotti have come out.
Yeah.
Honestly, if being honest, especially with like some of his more recent interviews over the last couple years with him detailing his dealings with Ashanti. So it's like
that makes it worse.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
So if you pretty much stalking or harassing Ashanti publicly with your or how you use Ashanti, you know what I'm saying? Get all that.
Right.
You use Ashanti. That's why Nelly really ain't got no love for you.
Yep.
Like, because the way you use her as a songwriter, abused her, had sex with her, even though you were married and you're still talking about her.
Crazy.
Even though she's moved on with her life. So that's crazy.
It makes no sense. So
Yeah.
I mean all, thoughts and prayers to Jane Doe. I know everything is alleged right now, and going through the due process. I hope she gets what she deserves. So hey,
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. One of our blog era rappers are back outside. Big Sean is back outside with new freestyles, new singles, and everything. But apparently, he's trying to get in on the action too. He's trying to make this a Royal Rumble, man. He's throwing shots at Kendrick, K-Dot, on a freestyle that he recently had. Johnny, we got anything? No.
If
nothing.
Listen, those who are listening on your favorite streaming platform, I'm shaking my head right now currently because look, I rock with Big Sean as an artist. He announced his album August 9th. Cool. If you listen at this point in his career, let's just get to it, right? If Big Sean is trying to jump into a beef, he gotta say names. I don't want no subliminals. I want none of that. If you want to get into a rap altercation with somebody, you got to say names. All of this subbing, I got better things to do than find someone to beef with. I don't even think that was a shot at nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's the route we going on this new album, if you going at somebody, names got to be said. Like I'm sick of all of this. I'm sick of all of it. If you gonna try to insert yourself, which you probably shouldn't, say names. Say names. That's all I got.
There's some subs in there for sure. Like I mean. Some can be applied, but like you said, put a name. We put names on it now.
Got to.
And I think if you really trying to jump out there and diss Kendrick after y'all have been throwing subs at each other for years.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's clearly it's in Big Sean's best interest to not. Don't sub. Don't do nothing. Unless you're gonna jump off the porch.
I think they not keeping the same energy with Big Sean because when people was clowning Game and Rick Ross for jumping at Drake or Rick Ross or Game jumping at Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with you, bro.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that right now.
I mean, it's true.
It's kind of true.
It's
like, because you could have jumped in this weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? When it was at its height, when everybody was 20v1, and it was a wild shootout outside. You should have came outside, gun clipped up.
But you know what though?
What?
Maybe not, because it would have been worse had he did jump off the cliff and they just ignored him.
What should they ignore him now?
Well, I mean, I think it'd have
been worse.
It's better. Yeah, it'd have been worse because if he actually jumped off the cliff in the height of it and actually saying Drake and Kendrick's name, and they just gloss up, like just don't say nothing to him, even though these are subs, like I think it'll be worse. It would have been worse.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, even though Big Sean can rap, I think he's very talented. Like I said, some of the singers just don't age good, baby. But I'm hoping that this album is better than Detroit too.
Right.
My guy. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
What you want us to do with that information? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go diss them. If not, don't try.
Just leave it
be,
man.
I know you got albums to sell. I know this.
I mean, you better focus on this promo. He got to do promo like Deadpool Wolverine. He just got to go. He got to go crazy. Just got to go crazy with the promo, man. That does not include dissing Kendrick or Drake, because it's on. I just don't think it's gonna help him. I don't think it's gonna help him.
This does nothing for him.
Nothing.
Like, and I was like, hey man, I hope that you know what I'm saying. I just want some good rap. You know what I'm saying. But Big Sean, you haven't really rapped well for a whole project for me in a long time.
So, and that's what he needs to focus on. Like, I'm assuming the album is done or is almost done.
It has to be.
And just that's what you gotta focus on, my boy. Just that's it.
Yeah, we just hope for the best. And then he had a recent, guest verse, and we'll get to that on Eminem's album. But I mean, honestly, nothing Big Sean has done has made me excited for that project.
Not even the Tiny Desk?
Nah.
Dang.
The Tiny Desk, the single, the freestyle was some cool.
Yeah,
You know, I like
yeah.
the freestyle. But I need Sean to lock in conceptually to give me 10 to 12 songs.
Yeah.
And he has not proven to do that for me in at least 9 years. Dark Sky Paradise was 2015.
Jesus. Oh my God. Half the year is over. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on, but
I got nothing.
but it's doing nothing
I got
for me.
nothing.
Now I'm gonna listen.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna listen.
And we're gonna give an honest review for sure. But
Yeah.
like, if you have any Big Sean, if you have any disses toward anybody, not even just Kendrick and Drake, toward anybody, you got to put the name on the bullet. All the subbing now is not going to work. It's not going to work.
Agreed.
It's not going to work, man.
Well, hey man, we haven't done one of these in a while. Album review time. Eminem, Marshall Bruce Mathers has come out with another album.
Yes.
The Death of Slim Shady. I forgot where this falls in his discography as far as number of solo albums, but Marshall's back outside. He's been preemptively outside since 2018.
Oh yeah,
like Kamikaze to present, right? Kamikaze, music to be murdered by, and it was something else, right?
When was Marshall Mathers LP2? That's somewhere in
that
there.
was 2015.
2015. Okay.
I mean, if you want to, whatever album he did that nobody liked, Renaissance.
Revival.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Let's see. Okay, so we have let's see. Marshall Mathers LP2 was that was 2013?
2013?
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Revival 2017, Kamikaze 2018. Music to be Murdered by 2019, 2020.
Right.
And now we have The Death of Slim Shady. Coupe de Grace. Some French shit. Ralph. Initial thoughts on this new Eminem album.
Okay. This is actually his 12th album.
12th.
If you count Infinite as a debut album.
Got you.
Okay. So what did I think about this album? I think it was some cool. I actually enjoyed it.
Okay.
You know, I think there are some songs that I can rock with, some that, hey, typical Eminem shit.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed this as a refreshing album as to what Eminem used to sound like.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
That's why I think I enjoyed it so much. What I listened and what I heard, I was like, okay. Yeah, I can give it this.
Okay.
What about you, bro?
Honestly, pretty much the same. Like Eminem mentioned that this is a concept album and you have to listen to it like in order, right? In order to fully understand it. And in listening to the album, I got what he was saying, right?
Yeah.
This is a conceptual album.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, this is Eminem going back to his Slim Shady days, but updated. Right.
Yeah.
Like a lot of who we know Slim Shady to be, but with updated punchlines and things that he talks about and things like that. So overall, like as a complete project, I really love this album, right? I really love this album. But also, like you said, there are select songs that I could pick out and listen to. Yeah. But as a whole, absolutely. This album is amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
20 songs, hour and 10 minutes. First things first, it starts off with Renaissance. I really enjoyed what he was doing there. His take on how criticism affects, rappers and their artistic view, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he's talking about how Kendrick's album didn't slap, and people were trying to take that and make that a clickbaity type of thing.
Yeah,
saying that he dissed Kendrick or he dissed this guy. I'm like, he didn't diss them.
That's how you know people really don't have comprehension skills.
Do you listen to music or do you skim through it?
Come on, man.
So no, he was talking about how you can sit here and wait to try to get your flowers until you're blue in the face. So Renaissance is actually a dope way to start off the album. Oh,
absolutely. And when Eminem gets into that type of bag, which I think he has on the last few projects, right? Just getting into the bag of, well, they say this certain thing about me or other artists, but in reality, we are this fire and stuff. Like it's when he in that bag, I think he's unstoppable. He is unstoppable. But the premise of the album, right, is Marshall Mathers fighting with Slim Shady, right? And you can hear that throughout the duration of the album. So there are a lot of songs where Slim Shady has taken over completely, and that's where you get some of the super wild lines and all that kind of stuff. But him being able to go back and forth between Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady, and even going back and forth on a couple of the songs between the two personalities, I think is super dope. Super dope.
Yeah. People have done this before, and it may not have been so successful because I know just one glaring thing. T.I. did it with T.I. versus T.I.P.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was met with the same, I don't think he attacked it in the right thing. He just said that, I'm doing, T.I. is the, the commercial one, Tip is the, the dope boy or whatever. And there was some songs in there, but it wasn't that. But I'm not saying this is the first person that had that mental exercise of trying to do their alter egos on said projects.
True.
So getting back to it, like let me see here. Habits, I like Habits. Habits was cool. Trouble was cool. Brand New Dance, I was like, come on, man. Come on, man. I know you was gonna go there, man. Come on, man. We was doing good, man.
But
we was doing
but
good,
again,
man.
that's Slim Shady. You gotta have those types of songs though. It's Slim Shady. You got to.
I wish you would have killed that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you have to make it, bro? Like,
you got to, bro. You got to. Let me think.
Did you enjoy the skits before we get back to the track list and like the skits on here, right? It felt nostalgic. Like I'm in Eminem show. Eminem show era Eminem.
Exactly. And not having them like drawn out, right? So like on Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem show, some of those skits can be a little lengthy, like they could be a little long. So he kind of got to the skit and then just transitioned into the next song, which I thought was perfect for this album, right?
Yeah.
Some of your favorite features on the album.
Oh, I mean,
okay. Now go ahead.
I got one that ain't. It was good hearing Bizarre on Antichrist.
Oh man, absolutely.
Bizarre can't rap for shit.
He can't. But did it feel good?
It did. It felt good hearing him say some off the wall
straight.
I was like, but it felt like I ain't endorsing nothing he said.
Nothing.
But it just felt good to hear that.
Nostalgia, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nostalgia. He said my rent due, but my girl need no board. Like,
hey, listen, you talking about Caitlyn Jenner? It was ayo, brother. ayo, brother. But still, it was still good hearing that. But I mean, obviously the JID feature.
Oh man,
Jid, I'm not sure. I don't even know what we do with that anymore.
Me either. I say JID. I just like the way it's saying.
Yeah, JID. I mean, the features were kind of limited on here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like we were looking for anything big. You know what I'm saying? Because like Road Rage was cool because I know you had the Juvenile flip in there, but it was some song where they was rapping in Spanish. I was like, oh no, we ain't doing this.
Head honcho.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, head honcho. I got that. I was like, oh no.
But see, okay, so to start the song off like that, that was wild. It was wild. It was wild. But once he switched to English, it was like, I know these words. Like,
but no, that was just like that ain't it.
That's funny.
But I mean, Fuel definitely, like
absolutely. Okay, so outside of Fuel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any standout tracks to you?
Guilty Conscious 2 immediately.
Absolutely.
I didn't even realize what was going on because when I'm listening to it, I didn't look at the track listing right away. Yeah. And then when you're doing stuff, and then I was like, hold on, he going back and forth. Let me see. Oh, I get what's going on here.
Yes, sir.
So Guilty Conscious 2. I went okay. Easily the best song for me.
Okay.
Like easily. Okay. Like
okay.
I'm rocking
say
with
list. That. Say list. Yeah, man. So yeah, Guilty Conscious 2 for me as well. But also the song Temporary, right?
Yeah.
It's a song dedicated to his daughter that the way that he wrote it, she's supposed to listen to it after he like passes away.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, it made me tear up, bro. First time I listened to it, it really made me tear up because him like apologizing for kind of the way she grew up and kind of the way that he raised her when he was younger, kind of neglecting her certain time. Like it was, I really thought it was beautiful. Like the vulnerable Eminem is kind of nostalgic to me because some of those earlier songs like The Way I Am and songs like that really, I don't know, I kind of connected to those songs when I was younger. So hearing a 2024 version of that is like super fire to me.
I wouldn't give it that much. I mean, no, I'm not saying how you feel about the song and all that. I'm talking about, I wouldn't say it's like The Way I Am. It's more like revival Eminem.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. Niggas don't like niggas. Man, what? Skylar Grey? Yeah, when I saw the Skylar Grey feature, I was like, oh no.
You know, he had to have Skylar Grey on there about 40 times.
Man, what? He loves Skylar Grey. He's keeping the lights on.
They gotta be his cousin or something.
Right.
Like, that's family.
It's like Wale and Jeremiah. Like he got there. Like Jeremiah, ain't nobody trying to listen to Jeremiah by himself. But somehow Wale keep calling Jeremiah. Like Eminem keep calling Skylar Grey.
Nah, that's wild.
And then but I mean, no, the song Temporary, like the imagery and what he was talking about. No, trust me, I get it. It's an amazing concept. I love the song. But no, that's definitely like revival Eminem where he was in that bag and nobody really wanted to hear it. And I like the album, but nobody wanted to hear that shit. All right, cool. And the other thing too, you have Jelly Roll on here, right?
Yeah.
And to do that song, I think either you didn't need the Skylar Grey song. It's like it's so much of the same thing. If that makes sense, right?
Saying, yeah.
And it by being so close together, it's no separation. So it's like, damn, we got another one of these. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's a nitpick, but I mean, if you're talking about album construction, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the tone of this album only needed one of these, not two.
I see what you're saying.
So it's kind of like, do you go with? Because I mean, Somebody Save Me is a decent song. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good, but it's like. It's the same thing.
It's this song twice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, and honestly, after Guilty Conscience 2, the tone of the album kind of changes, right?
Absolutely.
So
it goes into that.
It does.
It goes into that bag.
It does.
And I think that's honestly where the album starts to go up and down for me.
And you know what? Actually looking at the track listing now. Guilty Conscience 2 probably should have been the end of the album, and then you could have Toby as like the deluxe or something like that. So
yeah, I know, right? Because like even with Houdini, hate the fucking song, but I get why it's on the album.
It fits.
It fits. As soon as it played, skip. I already heard it before. Like, you know what I'm saying, I already know what's going on here, baby. But like you said, after Head Honcho, we get into that revival bag. Like we get into a different side of Eminem, and maybe this is the Eminem side. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because Slim Shady was from 1 to 13.
1 to 13, facts.
Clearly.
But shit, even though it was a dream, he did kill Slim Shady off in Guilty Conscience 2. So and that's where the transition happens, right?
Yeah,
so
you're right. You're right.
So look, I'm just saying.
Yeah. But no, all in all, I definitely enjoyed the album. But I mean, one thing about Guilty Conscience 2, right? You know, now it's still going. Everything ties back to current space of hip hop with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, right? People are like, Kendrick is dragging the beef on. Like, when you gonna let it go? This nigga Eminem threw a shot at Ja Rule on Guilty Conscience 2. I had to make a note. I was like,
but. So yes, it wasn't even him. It was him. It was Cannabis. It was Benzino. It was all of them.
But still,
all at the end too. It was
like damn, Ja Rule still catching strays, bro. Like, and it wouldn't be your beef. Like
it was.
That's the point. Like that's the thing. Now you want to talk about? Hold on, man. Now we got to get into something.
Now weird.
You know about the real 20 people one. Yeah, they got Ja Rule up out of here. They jumped that nigga. It was all the aftermath versus Ja Rule, and they did that. For Ja Rule. Listen, Ja Rule ain't Drake. Now, Ja Rule had a time and space where he was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Not the most lyrical, but
he was the hit guy. He was the hit man. He was.
But they jumped the hit nigga. You know what I'm saying? At least Drake has proven himself that we like some of Drake rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They did jump him.
It was Busta Rhymes. It was Dre. It was 50. Eminem got in there on it. God damn. Ja was not meant to survive.
Oh my God. No, that's facts. That's facts. Oh my
Like, God
they did jump
damn.
that man.
They jumped that nigga. Even D12 Obi Trice was out
He
here on
did.
his ass. God damn, shit.
Damn, Shady Records. He had Aftermath. He had Shady Records.
Shit, goddamn, G Unit. Everybody
G
was on
Unit.
everybody was on that nigga line. God damn.
Oh my God.
Busta Rhymes?
Talk about real friends.
Busta Rhymes,
Hey
though,
man,
bro.
he was Aftermath at one point.
Still, that's out of pocket, bro. God damn, Bus, you ain't never dissed nobody before. You ain't never.
He was
never had
mad. Ja
no beef.
Rule was having all the hits at the time.
He was out, but that was still Busta Rhymes era too.
Don't matter.
Damn.
Don't matter. Yeah, Ja Rule had the big hits.
That's crazy.
Damn, that's funny.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
But back to this album. But no, man. I mean, all in all, like I said, I definitely enjoyed the album. Like you said, it's a conceptual album. I think one of my general lowlights of the album, right? Maybe because he leaned so heavily into Slim Shady. It was like the constant mentioning of Gen Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of felt like, oh, let's get canceled today. No, just rap, bro. Like, you ain't got to keep mentioning that Gen Z will cancel you. I know that's kind of like, I kind of liken it to like, you know how Dave Chappelle does with his most recent stand-ups. Like, I just here to troll y'all niggas. I know Dave Chappelle talent. I know Eminem is one of the greatest rappers. But it's like, hey, just do you, bro. And if people get offended, cool. But you ain't gotta acknowledge nothing. You ain't gotta acknowledge them.
But so I hear what you're saying, and I think your point is valid. But also with Eminem leaning into the Slim Shady persona, that's who Slim Shady is, right?
But Slim ain't never really cared about what them niggas had to say. That's the thing.
Right, exactly. Which is the fight on the album. Okay. It's Slim Shady saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna say all this. They gonna cancel us, but I don't care." But then Marshall Mathers is saying, "Hey, why are you making me do this?" and all that kind of stuff. So that's the constant struggle of the album, which I really, really, really love. Really love.
I feel like it's a way to do that without saying it every skit. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I kept hearing, like, "Oh, you get canceled. Shut up. Get to these bars. Get to this pain, man." You know what I'm saying? Like, I still appreciate the concept. You know what I'm saying? Because it's for what I can remember other people trying to do with this has been masterfully done. Yeah. If for sure, we're comparing. So I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's still. It's kind of like watching a movie they keep telling you the plot every 2-3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, bro, I understand I know what's going on.
Nah, he will make sure you don't forget.
Yeah,
make sure you don't forget. No, that's funny. Listen, he had to get it all out in his one album because apparently Slim Shady is no more. He had to get it all out here. That's it. I
guess. So Johnny, out of 5, how you ranking this album, bro?
Honestly, I think I'm giving it a 4. I think I'm gonna give this a 4. It is nostalgia heavy, but the Slim Shady persona has been updated for the current times, and I really love that. I really love the back and forth dilemma between Marshall and Slim Shady. And we got some really dope songs out of it too. So I think I'm gonna get this 4.
I'm gonna go 3.5.
Okay,
3.5. Like I said, I enjoyed the album. So I could come in here and try to find ways to hate, but no, it ain't that deep. But he did. Marshall did his thing, for sure. Like he definitely got back into a bag that I can appreciate Eminem rapping. But like I said, some of those songs I knew he was on Eminem at some point. I was like, he was doing good. Like, you know what I'm saying? He started off right. I'm like, oh, here we go.
I know. He only did the speed rap shit one time. I was happy about that. I was like,
here you go. And then it cliff died. I was like, God damn it. But like even some of those revival-esque songs, you know what I'm saying? What was the other one? Not Revival was the one that had Beyonce on it.
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
What was the one that came out in 2010 where you had The Way You Lie with Rihanna? That's really what I was trying to reference. Not Revival, but that album. Was it Recovery?
Yeah. Oh, it was either Relapse or
Recovery. I hate Relapse.
Hold on. I'm looking. Yep.
He had a lot of songs about redemption and shit on there. That's why I said that song with Skylar Grey fits so heavy, because that's when he started working with Skylar.
Yep. That's Recovery, because No Love is on there too with Wayne.
Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely like in that era, like that song with Jelly Roll and that song with Skylar Grey for sure. Not to say they're not bad songs. Yeah. I mean, they're actually, I actually like them as songs. But hey, but still 3.5 ain't bad. Like, it's a little bit over what people might consider mid. No, it's not mid. It's like above average.
A little, yeah, above average. So I ain't mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
Oh, hey man, blur the topic real quick, before we get up out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
Deadpool.
Yes, sir.
Wolverine come out on Friday. Any final predictions for this film?
Listen, man, and they just put out a new trailer that's heavily centered around Wolverine. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's
hold on, how recent?
like yesterday.
I think so. Yeah.
They show X-23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, I thought it was gonna be all okay. I didn't think it was gonna be all sunshine and rainbows, but it looks like it's gonna be partially centered around Wolverine's story as well, like his backstory from the
Logan film.
From the Logan films. So that brings a whole new layer. But overall, I really do think that this may be the resurgence that the MCU needs. I really do think that. So this, and then directly segueing into Captain America next year. I think this is going to be the reignition that the MCU needs. So we're really gonna see. I really don't want to jinx it, but I really do have high hopes for Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm excited. Don't get me, don't get like how I'm coming to the the platform to talk about it. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's just I think I'm fatigued with the promotion.
Oh well,
like,
no, they've been going crazy.
Like, they've been going crazy. I'm like, listen, man, I feel like I done seen the film already. Like,
bro, did you?
Because I mean, listen, X-23, Sabretooth would have been good, like theater reveal.
Oh yeah, true,
like, you know what I'm saying?
True,
like,
true.
Stop putting that shit in the trailers. Now I'm starting to feel like how they feel about like trailers. Like, what the fuck is like all these trailers y'all keep putting all the like? No,
but so no, that I absolutely
like, I feel
agree.
like
Absolutely
I'm seeing
agree.
the film before seeing it, and that's where the fatigue comes into play.
But that kind of, I'm hoping that says that there are even bigger reveals in the film.
Yeah.
So I don't
know.
I don't know.
I'm like, that X-23 would have been very lit.
Yeah.
Seeing her in the film,
Absolutely.
without her being in the trailer. I was going to see it
Jesus.
regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was going to see it regardless. X-23 ain't making me go see the film, but she's a great addition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's a great character, especially for the Logan character, knowing that. I mean, I think it helps you knowing that this is set after the events of Logan.
Right.
That Deadpool meets that, at least somewhat that version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
So,
last thing, did you?
Yeah.
The promo bit so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see they made an Xbox controller
But
model
cheats,
after?
but cheats, that's crazy. That's wild.
Talk about a troll. Hey, I'm sorry, that's funny.
Hey,
That's
man,
funny.
they got to get all this money back. Now, this finna, you think they ain't finna inflate them movie numbers? Like Deadpool making a billy.
Oh,
not,
man,
not to say Deadpool can't make a billy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But in the era of marking up streams and numbers, Deadpool finna make a billion. This the only comic book film this year? You think it's finna take?
Well,
only Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, it's the only one. No, I'm just saying. I'm joking. But no, it's like,
Hey man, look,
it's gonna be 500 mil opening weekend.
opening weekend, right?
Opening weekend. We got
Listen.
$500 million out the gate.
Pre-sale tickets. Like I bought my ticket like a month ago, so we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, hey, we'll be here to break that down as the only way OS can do it. So,
Word,
you
man.
know. But clearly,
Mm.
we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny.
If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you from rocking with us this long.
Yes, sir.
Hit that like button.
Yes,
Hit
sir.
that subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
Hit the notification bell.
Mm-hmm.
Catch y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Now if you're on audio, I feel like we ain't done this in a while.
Yes.
OS.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.